Nike, a name that once dominated the world of sportswear, is now facing serious challenges. Before 2022, Nike's sales were so huge that they outpaced several other brands combined. But when Nike started focusing heavily on digital sales and data, losing sight of what made them stand out in the first place. Today, we're going to take a closer look at Nike's decline from the perspective of someone who worked for a top supplier. Direct-to-consumer strategy. In recent years, Nike went all in on their direct-to-consumer, so-called DTC strategy. Cutting wholesale partners like Foot Locker and focusing on their own stores and website for more control and better profits. But the problem? They didn't have the systems to support this. Before, Nike gave suppliers seasonal material estimates to help them prep and speed up production. This system worked because retailers predicted demand based on market conditions. Nike thought they could use data from their own channels to predict customer preferences and hit big trends. But data is random, and real customer behavior can't be fully predicted. As a result, their forecasts fluctuated, leading to big adjustments in pre-orders and leaving suppliers stuck with wasted materials. This made suppliers doubt the reliability of Nike's pre-orders. Pandemic boost and supplier struggles. Nike's digital sales spiked during the pandemic with everyone shopping online and social media marketing booming. But at the same time, the supply chain struggled. Factories had to adapt to new quarantine rules, leading to less efficient production lines. Rising wages and prices pushed costs up, making survival the main focus for suppliers. To maintain profits, Nike followed a strategy similar to other brands, using its brand power to drive down supplier costs. Suppliers were forced to take on low or negative margins just to keep their factories running, or risk having no orders at all. This boosted Nike's profits but damaged its relationship with suppliers, who faced an unsustainable system and tough choices. Elimination of product categories. Nike used to organize products by sport, running, basketball, soccer, which made them stand out. Their products, like Dri-FIT, it's not just a cool tag, it's a performance standard that meets the demands of high-intensity sports. No other brand put as much thought into testing performance. But then Nike made a big change. They started categorizing by gender, men, women, and kids, like Zara or H&M. This move shifted them from sports performance to more of a mass fashion focus. It's like they abandoned the idea of sports performance and moved toward mass fashion. Sure, it might be easier to manage inventory that way, but Nike was never about easy. This change watered down their brand's core, something that numbers don't show. Limitation of quick turnaround. Nike didn't just reorganize its product categories like Zara, they also tried to mimic fast fashion brand strategy: short lead time. These brands use readily available materials with minimal inspection, which works for their model. Nike, however, sticks to tested materials, with some even customized, showing their limits in speeding up development. With Nike's market share and order volume being 3 times bigger than other brands, they need longer production times and multiple testing stages. It's like a runner trying to keep up with fast fashion while carrying extra weight. The short lead times and messy sales system have left Nike's suppliers scrambling. Losing innovation spark. For a data-driven CEO, spending years on product development with no guaranteed profit is hard to justify. What they love are products that bring easy returns without much upfront cost. The success of iconic products like Air Max, Flyknit, and self-lacing shoes took over 2 years to develop, with countless adjustments and testing in between. In the past, Nike was willing to invest in innovation, and suppliers were excited to bring new technology to the market. But as Nike's passion for development faded, suppliers started pitching ideas to brands like Adidas and Under Armour instead. Today, younger consumers aren't going crazy for Nike sneakers like they used to. New Balance and Asics have become the go-to choice for many. Even though Nike still leads in revenue, it no longer excites its customers. To sum up, Nike's shift to a DTC strategy, attempts to mimic fast fashion, and the pressures of a data-driven approach have left the brand struggling to maintain its edge. While the pandemic initially gave them a boost, the deeper issues with supply chain management, lack of innovation, and strained relationships with suppliers have taken a toll. Nike may still be a dominant player in the market, but without the spark that once made it a leader in innovation, the brand risks losing its relevance in an increasingly competitive landscape. Do you have any other thoughts on Nike's revenue decline? If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, or keep following and hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when there's an update.